Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Married to Medicine Season 2, Episode 2. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. And y'all, how about I forgot Toya was on this trip? We have seen little of Toya. We've heard little of Toya until she was about to leave to go back to Atlanta and she had an earlier flight than everybody. I was like, Toya show was on this trip. But y'all, that ain't what we talk about. Imani and Jasmine, they have like a little one-on-one because like this whole argument or between Britain and what's her name, Quad. I was like, they were going back and forth because Quad, for some reason, she needed to stand up in the midst of the party and say her feelings about whatever. And Brittany wasn't feeling it. It's like, let these two go off by themselves and hash this out. And that's what they did. And Imani explained her abandonment issues, how her dad abandoned her mom and dad. Her dad abandoned her mom and herself. And when things go left with somebody, her reaction is to cut that person off. So when you came to me sideways about an issue I already apologized for, I was ready to cut you off. Now Jasmine's like, okay, I understand your thinking, your reaction to things now. Okay, cool. Now I thought, okay, she didn't already apologize. Now she just told you the reason why she asked certain things. We can just squash this. But we found out no. Now, Heavenly, she over there. Now, Jasmine, she didn't provide food, entertainment. She didn't massage. And I'm like, Heavenly, how is Damon gonna feel with this doggone man massaging your feet and everything? Because you know how he felt when you was at that sipping paint, and he was, seeing nude models and stuff, and you know how you act when he was going to the strip club. Y'all don't like seeing each other with other females and other males. I'm just gonna say that. How he gonna feel when he sees this? Now, Shanique says that she's basically back to where she started it last year, being a full-time mom, being a mom, working full time, cooking, cleaning, all of those things. But she took care of the bills while Robert took care of the bills and raised the kid while Robert was in med school. So now she wants something for herself. She want to go into real estate. Make a little bit of money. Now the kids, they not feeling this at all. The daughter's like, okay, so what's gonna happen if this doesn't work? You just gonna go back to being a manager? The son was like, you need to just stay where you at. Stay at the job you at, mom. Like, the daughter's like, yeah. Like, I don't know. I don't be paying attention, like, how the market is. But I don't think the market is the best right now. I don't know where they were filming this, so I don't think it was that good. But especially now, I don't think the market is at its best. Because I was watching Kev on Stage Studios, and him and his wife, they applied for a loan. They got the loan. It was building their house. They built the layout and everything. And once, COVID, hit the scenes, there was like, your loan is no longer available, so they couldn't get that house. So that's how I'm thinking about things. You being a real estate agent and people not qualifying for certain loans are not going to be able to get houses. So I don't know if she went through with it. We'll see. But I just know that's what happened to Kev on Stage and Miss Kev on Stage. Check out Kev on Stage Studios and Miss Kev on Stage. They're good people. But, she basically like, yeah, they like, no, go ahead, stay where you at. You don't need to be moving and doing all that other stuff. Now, Kendra and her husband, they met while they was residents. Like, he liked her, but they was just friends. And he was basically saying all the dudes that she liked were no good until she was basically got with him. But they a cute couple. They're both doctors, so it's like ships passing in the night. I guess one night when the ships was passing, they was able to make a baby. But her thing is, she knows what to do to take care of baby while the baby's in utero. Keeping the baby safe in utero. But like once the baby's born, she has no clue what to do. And I was like, that's probably with most moms. Like, they don't know what to do when they become a first mom. But like after a while, it's like second nature. And I know when my nephew was born, I was terrified to change his diaper because he was like 5 pounds when he was born. He was a little bitty thing, and I was just scared that I was gonna like lift up his leg when he first came home from the doctor, and he was just gonna break in half. So I had to have my mama help me out because I was babysitting him. I don't know where my brother and sister-in-law went when he was just like freshly newborn, but I knew I was watching him. But like after a week, I was changing his diaper like a pro. But yeah, I mean, it's probably gonna take a little bit of time. But like, I think it may have to do with her mom and what her mom, how her mom raises kids and what her mom thinks you should and should do. That kind of got into her head. But we're gonna talk about that next week. Can we talk about Heavenly in her shoes doing the gangster lean? Now, I am not the best walker in heels. Now, I didn't told y'all before, if I have on heels, they have to be a platform. They just have to be a platform. My feet cannot do it. And when I have on heels, I'm mainly sitting down. I'm not doing too much walking, and I keep me a pair of flats in my purse. Like if I got on heels, I have a big purse so I can keep some flats inside of my purse so I can switch them bad boys out when I can. But when I tell you, Heavenly shoes should have been like this, and they was like doing the gangster lean, and I was just cracking up, and Quiet was cracking up because like Heavenly, she tried to be, now the shoes was cute. It's just that she couldn't walk in them shoes. And when she was first doing a gangster lean, I was like, what's wrong with her? Like, what's wrong with these shoes you got going on, baby? Until I realized she was doing a gangster lean. I was like, okay, I understand now. Now, Imani made the mistake of thinking that things had been squashed over between she and Jasmine. And she, things are cool. We squashed everything. And she says how her husband is out of town working and he comes home once a month. Now, Jasmine, she get in her confessional talking about that's complete BS. Like, why get married if you're going to be separated from your husband? I'm like, first of all, this hasn't been their whole relationship. It wasn't like they got married and he's like, okay, I'll be home once a month. He had been home. He went out of town for work-related business. That business keeps him away for most of the time. And he comes home once a month to be with her and their son. And I was like, how would she feel if like Phil was in the army and he got deployed and he has to be gone a long way? I'm not saying the army and that's the same way, but I was like, how would she be saying the same thing if that was it? And I was like, see, now she's gonna be using that and being all up in Imani's business because Imani made this one comment about her house, not about her husband, not about her, and not about her child, not about her family, about the house. And Jasmine is going to doggone it talk about this until the cows come home. I was like, yeah, Imani, you made a mistake thinking that you just squash things with Jasmine. She just trying to get information on you so she can talk about you behind your back. Now, Heavenly over here talking about Quiet staying in folks' house for free, but out here giving suggestions. And Quiet was like, "This is a lovely house, but maybe next time you could, have some toothbrushes, toothpaste, flat irons, all these things." And Heaven was like, "Girl, are you for real?" And Jasmine was like, "You stayed in my house for free, and you over talking about something what you could have brought, what you needed." I'm like, first of all, who don't bring their own toothbrush when they traveling? Now, I can see if in the midst of you traveling and packing, you done forgot some things, but that's what Walmart is for. That is what Target is for. That is what the Family Dollar is for. We can go to Walgreens, CVS to get a toothbrush. Quick, fast, hurry. I did that one time. Forgot to bring soap and all that stuff. Me and my husband stopped at the Kroger. Got what I needed. Kept it pushing. All that stuff. But after she was up there like scolding Quiet and her confessed about they love to do this. They love to have free stuff, then complain about it. And then she turned around saying how Jasmine is pretty and typically pretty folks ain't smart. I'm like, really? When did that become a thing that in order to be smart you can't be pretty? And excuse me, y'all, I got the hiccups. I didn't know that this was Jasmine's rental property. Like she owns it. This wasn't like a place. Now, when she was saying she has like luxury properties, I just thought she was like hooking you up places to go. No, this is her actual property that, you know, she rents out to people. So I was like, okay, good. You making money like that, girl. Go ahead and make your money. But I'm like, really, Heavenly? You talking about something like you pretty, and pretty people aren't usually smart. I'm gonna need you to shut up and sit down somewhere. So Jasmine is all in her feelings because the ladies are asking Iman where Phil is and everything. You know, they've met Phil, so they want to know, hey, where's Phil at? We haven't seen Phil in a while. But question her about mystery husband whom they've not seen. I think Shanika is the only person that's seen this man. Well, like, of course I'm going to be like, I've met your husband, Imani. Phil, nice guy. Haven't seen him in a while. No, where is he at? As opposed to, you know, because I know we've met him, we've seen him, we want to know where he's at. Jasmine, your husband is a mystery to us. So, of course, we're going to ask, like, why come your husband don't come around? Questions about your husband. Like, really? She talking about something because he has to work. And she really used quotation marks. I was like, that's not how you do that, baby. You saying it like he ain't really working because he has to work. I was like, okay. These other husbands work too. And some of them are doctors. Some of them are in real estate. But these husbands are on the show too. They not here on here all the time. We're not trying to have Jasmine on here, Jasmine's husband on here every episode. We just like, hey, it'll be good to meet your husband and see him. So Imani is talking to Brittany, and she says that both she and Phil are going to be on in Essence Magazine. Now, this is something that she's wanted for a long time. Phil is on there because he's opened up a dispensary in Oklahoma. So that's what he did. Somebody said that, and I can't think of who it was. It's either Bonnie Blue, Alexander Rogers, Spiller Boy TV / James Caldwell, or Forest Rocks. Out of the four of them, one of them said he may be in Oklahoma open up a dispensary. And I was like, that makes sense because in California, everybody and their daddy's daddy's step cousins, uncles, nephew's child has a dispensary. So go to Oklahoma where it's not too many dispensaries and make your money like that. And I was like, okay, that's cool. He didn't want people to know about his opening up a dispensary until the magazine came out. So that's why it seemed a little hush and it seems a little awkward when she was like, yeah, well, he's out of town. And I got to admit myself, I was like, I hope y'all not having trouble. But he's out of town working. Got a business going on. Excuse me. Yeah, child. He has a business going on out of town in Oklahoma with a dispensary. So he out here making that money. Now, Shanika and Jasmine, they assume Phil and got tired of Imani and up and left. Now, Jasmine's still on what Imani said about her house. So now that's all she's going to be talking about. I'm like, I'm already tired of it. This woman said your house was like a drug dealer's house. She didn't say your husband must be a drug dealer. Your husband is a drug dealer. Somebody in your family is a drug dealer. You a drug dealer. Those words didn't come out of her mouth. When she said it looked like a drug dealer's house. And when Imani, and now I'm not even going to be mad with Imani speaking to Brittany about this, because since Jasmine over there talking about what Imani got going on in her life, okay, Imani go ahead and speak what she says. That house did look like Scarface's house. Brittany was like, yeah, it did. It did look like that. But I'm like, I'm so tired of talking about this. I was tired of talking about it last season when doggone Jasmine, Mama, and her auntie doggone confronted Imani. I'm like, why you guys, your whole entire family confronting me out for one thing I said? I didn't say your husband was out here doing that. Child, please. That was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so with my beautiful face. Puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you already a family member of one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. Now, this is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.